Here we go. Let's dive into Ellis Park 2024 documentary. In this opening sequence, Warren Ellis shares a deeply personal anecdote about songwriting, describing a mysterious inspiration that compels him to write new music. He humorously recounts a supernatural nudge to write, reflecting on how creativity sometimes feels like a force outside himself. This sets the tone for the film's exploration of creativity, intuition, and the unseen connections in Ellis's life. Warren revisits his secondary school days, reflecting on the challenges of carrying a violin through tough neighborhoods. He describes being targeted and even knocked off his bike, but always finding solace in a local rotunda near the Flight from Pompeii statue. This moment introduces themes of fear, resilience, and the search for safety, ideas that will echo throughout the documentary. The film shifts to the front line of wildlife rescue, with Femke Haas responding to a report about a baby Siamang gibbon. Femke explains the brutal realities of the illegal pet tradie poachers kill mothers to steal the babies, leaving the young traumatized and alone. Her account is both heartbreaking and urgent, emphasizing the critical need for sanctuaries like Ellis Park. Femke recounts her first experiences in the Lampung area, where she saw the need for a local rescue center. She describes the slow, difficult process of establishing Ellis Park, noting how many people promised help but did not follow through. The emotional turning point comes when Warren Ellis commits to supporting the sanctuary, making the impossible possible and forging a powerful partnership. The story of Rena, the first animal rescued at Ellis Park, is revealed in graphic detail. Rena, a leaf monkey, was found chained and severely self-mutilated, her wounds being treated inhumanely with gasoline. This harrowing scene underscores the level of trauma many rescued animals endure and the sanctuary's mission to offer them a second chance. Warren opens up about his personal battles with addiction, describing his time as a teacher while struggling with alcoholism and heroin use. He candidly admits he was not fit to be in the classroom, leading to a transformative decision to leave teaching and pursue music full time. This vulnerable moment provides insight into the darker periods of his life and the redemptive power of music. Warren recounts the birth of the Dirty Three, highlighting the creative chemistry and risk taking that defined the band's early days. He explains how their improvisational performances became the most important experiences of his life, and how the band's dynamic helped him find a sense of belonging and purpose. This sequence marks a turning point, showing music as both a salvation and a new path forward. Warren describes the emotional connection he felt upon seeing images of the animals and meeting Femke, which inspired his involvement in Ellis Park. He discusses the unwavering dedication of Femke and her team, and shares how his own children recognized the significance of his new mission. This scene highlights the merging of personal growth, family support, and a newfound sense of purpose in animal advocacy. At Ellis Park, Warren meets Rena, the rescued monkey, and observes her remarkable recovery. Femke explains that Rena has managed to put her trauma behind her and now receives special care and attention at the sanctuary. This interaction demonstrates the sanctuary's healing environment and the deep bonds formed between caregivers and animals. The documentary exposes the scale and complexity of the illegal wildlife trade, focusing on the main seaport as a key smuggling route. Femke outlines the frequent raids conducted to intercept trafficked animals, comparing the trade's scale to narcotics trafficking. The team's relentless efforts are portrayed as both dangerous and essential in the fight against wildlife exploitation. Warren reflects on the true purpose of the sanctuary, realizing that the enclosures are not cages, but transitional spaces for animals on their way to freedom. He emphasizes that Ellis Park is not a zoo, but a last resort for animals who cannot be released due to their trauma. This realization deepens the film's message about hope, rehabilitation, and the sanctuary's vital role. Warren is invited to participate in the release of rehabilitated eagles, marking a moving climax for both him and the sanctuary staff. Although he initially feels awkward, Femke reassures him that he is now part of the family. The act of releasing the birds symbolizes healing, freedom, and the tangible impact of their collective efforts. In the final scene, Warren shares a heartfelt reflection on the values he has witnessed at Ellis Park: faith, hope, compassion, love, care, and respect. He acknowledges how these qualities have transformed him personally and how the sanctuary embodies them in action. As he toasts with Femke and the team, the documentary closes on a note of gratitude, hope, and ongoing commitment. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this recap, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. See you in the next one.